Hello, Earth2 friends and family. We hope everyone is well. Today we are going to look at the midweek market update and take a look at a few of the recent Tier 3 releases, as well as look at what's happening in a few other aspects of the project. Welcome to the midweek market update. This is Earth2 in the Know, and let's get into it. Before we get started, we would like to welcome all of the new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for coming along on our journey. Glad to have you. As well as shows love to all of our regulars. You guys are the best. After all, without you all, people would literally think I was talking to myself. So let's talk side droids. Everybody loves side droids. The reason that we wanted to start out with this is because we actually have some great news. The floor for common droids seems to actually be on an uptrend. If you follow our channel, you know that on our last report we talked about many users dumping these assets in the mid 40 cents USD range. Well, here we are a few days later and the market is showing great signs of a positive trend, and we are actually now flooring near the upper mid 50s. How long this trend will continue is anyone's guess. However, we love to see it for the time being. Resource droids, well, they're still being realized for the valuable tool that they are, and let's take a look at how that actually reflects the market. So obviously we have to start with everyone's favorite side droid, Giliumbo. Giliumbo, step up! Still sitting strong at right above the $6 USD mark, we see many users even upping the point of value for their listings even more. So the data over the next few months leading up to Essence leveling out, when we can open the upgrades, will really determine where we should see price long term. We wanted to switch it up today, and we wanted to look at a different player in the game, as we've never really looked at Copper. The reason for looking at Goalie today is because we are having a hard time following the patterns here, and we wanted to bring attention to how diverse the market is as far as the players considering value on this particular asset. It is completely different than other assets where we can clearly see a pattern of value. This probably has something to do with the fact that, opposite of Giliumbo, which is primed with a basic black jewel, the copper-loving droid requires a mixed T3 to prime, therefore being a more expensive droid to produce. Still, even with a jewel that runs over $1.50 USD to purchase at the market, we still have users listing this asset for barely over that price point. Dump on, dumpers. We will definitely keep an eye on this asset and see if we can find any patterns of stabilization. And if we find out, you guys will find out. Leaving the world of Tier 1 resources behind, let's compare our second go-to for a control with the Starlight Fury Diamond Edition and see where it stacks up to recent days. The answer? It may actually surprise you. It actually seems like we have several users trying to lower the floor here. As we've seen in recent days, these droids keeping a strong floor of 15 USD plus. Today we can clearly see that users are dumping these droids, probably looking to generate revenue for the upcoming skin release. Legendary droids, they're still performing poorly with low returns on super rare droids fused with high-end jewels. Although this is a trend we do expect to continue seeing until we get into upgrade territory. I'm very sad about this. Literally, I have so many of these just sitting in my inventory, waiting to gain value. Fire sale. Oh well, moving on. Not much to report as nothing has changed when it comes to the floor for basic jewels. It seems that many users have actually forgotten that they are finite, as we are constantly seeing at least a few pages of the 8-cent bottom for the sand, blue, and green jewels. We know those don't have a lot of use case, but eventually they will. Stop cheating yourself, guys. Let's get that floor up. However, most mixed jewels are staying right at the $1.50 USD threshold, as this seems to be the price that the community likes to agree on. Citizens are actually pretty steady from the weekend update as well. A few pages have dropped from the 8-cent average to 7 for Space Force Geologists, but other than that, we are seeing the norm here. This also seems to be the same result for the Rebels and the Egyptian Gods, as we're seeing the same floors for about the past week. We have the Rebels coming right in at 25 cents USD for the Ether Reckoner and 10 cents USD for the Geologist. And the Egyptian God Geologist is a floor of right around 65 cents USD, while the Ether Reckoner is seeing its average of 75 cents for about a week straight at this point. So I guess if I were to sum up the market conditions in one word, it would probably more than likely be stale. It's basically a lot of sideways trading while people dump droids that they have set idle, they want to try and replace with a more profitable model, or as we've mentioned earlier, they may be raising funds for the incoming skin release. To be perfectly honest, we expect this to be the case for a while as new developments are released and new values are realized. We should then start to see new all-time highs. Since our last update, we saw 2 new territories release. Let's talk about how those have compared to all the ones we've seen so far this month. Now, Victoria Malta opened up, which was a huge opening for the KOMM community inside of the project, the Knights of Malta. Even with it being a major hub of activity for our large community inside of Earth2, it is still only seeing a T3 price of 0.108 or just shy of 11 cents USD. Forgive me if there's a mispronunciation here, but we also had an additional opening today in the country of Uruguay, inside the territory of Canelones. At the time of writing the script, entering about 4 hours after its release, we're looking at a T3 price of 0.106, or again, just shy of 11 cents USD. So how do these actually compare to the most recent Tier 3 land openings? We would actually say it's pretty on par for the average with recent openings, with the exception of a few standouts, obviously. This is probably how most will go, as there's just simply so much T3 land released, it will probably take years for it to see any real accumulated value. There have been a few other developments inside the community as people are finally starting to see claims from as far as 2 years ago being resolved for resources. There is new excitement as we are actually starting to see things come to fruition as bugs are worked out of the system. The team really does seem to be diving in head first as new content creators are being rewarded, and that is even inspiring more people to start creating content. Which is exactly what the program was designed to do, so bravo to the team. Looking forward, we truly believe that all of the belief from the community will be well rewarded. We here at E2I2K would like to start that now. We are having our weekly giveaway on Friday. All you have to do to enter is be an active subscriber, like and comment on this particular video. We used to have it where you could do it on any video, but an update to the software has made it video specific. That's it though. Just be a subscriber, like and comment on this video, and we will announce the winner on Friday's video. This week we have the Soundwave Hornet skin to give away, so don't forget to enter. I think there was only 1,000 of these. Maybe it was even less, maybe it was 500. I don't remember, it was either 500 or 1,000. As usual, we would like to invite you to subscribe, as it not only helps push up the algorithm, push it up, but gives us a chance to show all the scam tubers that Earth2 is here to stay, and that they were absolutely, most certainly, always wrong. We are so glad that you stuck around to the end of the video, and as usual, we cannot wait to see you in the Earth2 Metaverse.